Well, hello
Oh,
again.
welcome back.
I am Jason.
How long have you been sitting there?
At least 20 years. Waiting for you, of course, as always. Are
Well,
you going to
I'm
introduce
Ryan, by the
yourself?
way, ladies
Thank
and
you.
gentlemen. I think
God,
you
thank
already
you.
know who I am, so
Oh, are you finally at that celebrity status that I'm at? That
in my own
don't
head,
have
of course.
where else?
It's a
Why
big one.
don't, why don't you tell these people what we're talking about today? It's a pretty cool little subject.
Well, of course, considering the fact that we are both dressed to the nines to slay and destroy, we are obviously talking about fashion today, and not just any fashion. We're talking about fall 2020. Mind you,
Hmm.
it's been out for a bit, but we're now all starting to see it in stores, across blogs, on all social media, and maybe take a little dip in the pond of 2021 spring.
But seriously, like, how is that going to be 2021 spring? That's going to be. I'm hoping they're gonna learn a lot from 2020 and do some cool things in 2021. But talking about the fashion and everything, I'm really loving my outfit today. I love the fact that I am representing Cher. Isn't that
Oh,
gorgeous?
oh!
Anyway, why don't we actually get into it? So it's like 2020 has brought some pretty interesting fashion statements and fashion moments.
Oh, yeah. By moments, do you mean don'ts?
Yeah, I was gonna say, so why don't you choose a few? I know you already have an idea. I know I have an idea, but what are your worst picks for the 2020 fall fashion season?
Well, I have to say, I've not been a big fan of Balenciaga and Louis Vuitton for quite some time. I'm sorry, considering that, considering the fact that my heyday, so to speak, in fashion history class in college, where I was like drooling over the beautiful fashions of what they once were. I understand as designers, we have to they, as well as artists, we all have to move forward and grow. I just feel that there's just something about them that just, they've taken the worst of street style and also just like the fabrics, the styling, everything about it. Never been a fan, haven't been, long time. But getting back into it, the Balenciaga Fall 2020 is like, first of all, it's pure darkness. You know, I don't wear a lot of black. Like,
It's very Gotham. It's very like, I don't know.
it's like Gotham meets like magistrate, orthodox, bat-winged gargoyle creatures. You know, just like it's. I love the whole thing of it. It's like it's all black, like the walls, everything about it, the runways, and then they're walking on water. So it's very.
Yeah, that's great.
It's interesting.
It's great. It's just like if you're going to have everything blacked out, then your fashion needs to speak for itself. Like the colors, Balenciaga has those neon pink, neon yellow, green shoes. It's like, okay, you have everything in black, which is really great. Very editorial, obviously. But then you put everybody in black.
Predominantly the guys are wearing the most horrifying color contacts I've ever seen.
Plus the like Hellraiser moment.
Okay.
I was like, what is going on?
I only see Lady Gaga wearing that in a music video, and I don't see anyone else like being able to pull it off because it is just like, it's just too much. It's just so editorial. You know who else could wear it? I've mentioned her before in a previous video, Daphne Guinness. She could wear it. Yeah. You know, those kind of like offbeat, eccentric, sometimes mentally disturbed people would be able to pull that off beautifully.
Wow.
Did I not say
okay. No, you said it fine, but keep going. What else? What, your shoulders dropping? My shoulders dropping? What's going on?
No, that's the thing. There's a specific coat that we walked down that runway where they also styled it with the baggiest of like blue jeans. The coat is black and it's a drop shoulder.
Oh yeah.
So it's just, but the problem is that of course in true fashion, all the models are the skinniest, tiniest little things. So when you're putting the most oversized drop shoulder coats that they seem might as well can't even go through a small alleyway. Like if there's a narrow alleyway, they're not fitting. You know, it's like, you know, it's not good. It's not good. No, but
everybody, that was Ryan's chest hair.
Welcome
And
to the
this is
stage,
apparently mine.
Frances here.
Cher's hair is looking like, I don't know, my chest hair. It's actually kind of great.
Okay, so side note, at some point I would cut all of this off and then cut around each hair so that it really looks like.
Totally. Do it. It's fine. Anyway, keep going. What is your worst? What are your worst? I know you have more than just Balenciaga.
Well,
Louis
Vuitton.
Balenciaga.
I have issues with the Louis Vuitton too, because what's very intriguing to me is like they're mixing the harsh masculinity of like motorwear with the lighthearted ballet, pretty like tea party girly vibe with like all of the ruffles and like the baby doll dresses, and everything's just so full and pastel-y, but with like what looks like the worst version of an après-ski look I've ever seen. But the only thing I will say, though, which is very interesting, is that the designer they were very much inspired by
garbage cans and the content there within.
Bring to the stage, garbage can.
Garbage can. And please bring the garbage with you.
Absolutely, so I can throw them in. But,
Exactly.
you know, they were actually very much inspired by Stanley Kubrick and a lot of what he's put into his films for that collection for fall 2020, if you can believe it or not. It's very, very strange.
I don't see that at all.
I know.
Okay, but great. I mean, thank you, but no. Like,
no, you know, and I don't know. You'll see as, you know, whatever, but I want to know, though, what are you hating right now? Because, I mean, we can go back and forth.
I mean, well, you're talking to the bitchiest of bitches. No, no, I mean, it's facts, right? I
don't know. If you're bitchier than me, I don't know.
Well, I still consider myself a cunt and you're a bitch, but that's fine. And that's why we mesh so well. But I tend to always have that little bit of a, I don't know. Anyway, that little bit of, ooh, and I have the, so the, and the, ooh.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
This is getting in a very weird direction.
Continue.
We're going to go past that. So I'm going to start with Balenciaga just as you did, because I feel like it's a pretty organic start. But and again, we're going to pop up these things up on the screen for you all to see, but the safety pin outfit with what I thought were leather chaps.
Oh, see, I thought
took a closer look, and they're actually boots.
Yes.
With the light kind of, I'm sorry, but this look, first of all, the guy is wearing glasses. He looks like a nerd trying to wear like he just looks out of place. He doesn't, this outfit just doesn't go well. And it just reminds me of Zara.
So that's the thing too that is so funny to me is that, and we're going to get into like DIY shit like kind of later in the episode, but it totally just has that look, and it's bringing to mind certain safety pin leather moments that were happening in the 2000s in high fashion as well.
I even did it. I did the same thing. I had like safety pins I would put up on my jeans. I mean, it was a thing.
Oh my God.
It needed to stay back.
Well, and I mean, mind you, look what Versace's been doing. I mean, they've had the giant safety pins going on since the 90s. I mean, that's what made, you know, Liz, our favorite Liz, who was dating Hugh Grant at the time, Liz Hurley, famous.
That's right.
But now you're seeing, again, they've brought them back. They're gold, they're large and in charge, and they're like on all their dresses and jackets.
Yeah.
But, you know, that is the good way. You know, I mean, if you're going to do it, go all the way.
Exactly.
Those boots
was just a mess.
It is.
So my next one was Valentino. I will give them credit because they went very avant-garde. It was very theatrical. There was like a show about everything they were doing.
Wait, are you talking about Valentino Couture?
Yeah.
Okay.
But that last dress, I mean, the last dress that I've seen, this like wedding, I'm assuming it's the wedding dress. It's at least wedding inspired. It looks like somebody just got a can of Cool Whip and just and made a dress out of it.
Cool Whip.
Cool Whip. You got to put the emphasis on the H. You have to have an H in there. Cool Whip. Cool Whip. I'm so happy you're dancing right now.
And I'm so happy that you said that, because one thing I will say, which I'm really, really I've been obsessing with that show, is that one, heavily socially distanced. I mean, they only invited a very select amount of people to come to the show. The models were so severely socially distanced that they were on ladders and hanging from the ceiling. And then the clothes just came and fell and were as long all the way down to the ground. And everything was like white and cream and very ethereal. I even loved that some of the ones that were like hanging from the ceiling, it was very like acrobatic, Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah. Like I said, the show was beautiful.
So beautiful.
It was a really great presentation. And again, model social distancing, I feel like they do that anyway. I mean, they all hate each other anyway. They hate each other until they're together in the bathroom doing lines. Then they love each other.
Ooh, cut that in post. But you know what, though? I have a razor blade that would make it very easy for... Yeah.
Oh, no. This is getting dark.
They're cutting lines. Okay, wait. Oops.
Speaking of my reference to the Balenciaga one that I said it looks like a whole Zara thing. I mean, look at... I don't know. This whole, like... Fletcher moment that came up, it all looks like it's from Zara. The only thing that I actually liked from it was that black cummerbund, but the white one looks like a diaper.
So that's the thing. I love Fletcher. He's amazing. Right. I love the fact that he's using different ways of styling jackets. Like, for instance, I've always loved adding belts to men, like belting coats, belting of what nature. And I love that using cummerbunds and using like obi belts on men to belt blazers is fabulous. And, you know, also those shades of pink too are so pearly precious. Which actually, speaking of pink, because it reminds me, you know, there's that whole trend now that, if you can even believe, fucking Chipotle. You know where I'm getting with this.
I mean, are restaurants really fast food? Like, who's next? In-N-Out? Are they going to make something, I don't know, out of relish?
It's called Chipotle Goods, and they're the ones who order the most avocados in any restaurant in the country, by the way. And apparently, using avocado pit as the main source when dyeing, it creates a pinkish color, and that is
like a beigey kind of pink tone thing.
Yeah, it's cute. It's pretty, and I just thought that was very interesting. I was like,
have you ever cut an avocado pit in half?
Can I?
Yeah, I've done it.
Oh.
Once was actually just by accident, but yeah, I mean, when you cut it open, it's beige. It's almost white, but if you look at it, it has like a pinkish hue to it. Mm-hmm. It was just funny. It was when I first read the article and they said, "Oh, this is DIY avocado dye." I was thinking, are they dyeing with the oils? Like, are they dyeing with the meat? Like, is it going to be green? But then it was pink. I was like, okay, it has to be the seed.
It's so interesting. And I love that. And I mean, mind you, one of the things we haven't really spoken about much yet are some of the things that we've been really loving. I'm not going to step all over.
Yeah. So here we go. I love this green camouflage poncho from Celine.
Uh-huh.
I know this thing is probably just way out of my price range, but whatever.
Probably more expensive it's probably too expensive for what it is too.
Oh no, seriously. But it is gorgeous. But the way Celine, like the way they styled it, I'm sorry, the whole outfit belongs in the trash. But before it gets thrown out, I'm going to reach in and I'll grab that poncho right back out.
Bring it up.
But it's styled with ripped sweatpants, and I'm sorry, but we were talking about this before. Birkenstocks? There you go. That's the outfit. Put the Birkenstocks on.
Okay, which is another thing. It's so weird. Okay, so I have just a few little baby moments to say about this. First of all,
baby ones.
I find Hedi Slimane to be a complete one-trick pony. I mean, literally, he's just brought everything he did at Saint Laurent to Celine. And basically, that poncho looks like it belonged in a Saint Laurent collection a few seasons back. You know what I mean?
I totally agree.
And the slit sweats with it, the shoes, which are like a white sneaker, like kind of high top with like a cheetah detail. Again, screams Saint Laurent, you know? None of this. Totally. This is not what Phoebe did for Celine. Like, I feel like he's totally thrown up. Phoebe.
Ooh, that was a funny noise.
Sound.
Friends reference. Look it up. Anyway, go ahead.
Anyway, we love you, Christina Applegate. Anyway, so we do. But it's just like the Birkenstock thing. It's totally really back. Recently, Chris Pine was seen like roaming through Los Angeles with a white pair, you know, and I mean, I guess you could style it well. I just hate them because for me, it's like that a little too hippie for my taste, like sitting on a rock, you know, chewing on his hair and I don't know, drooling and just looks like shit. Like he just is like he's died, come back to life, crawled out of the dirt, and he's there they are, and put them on.
While pondering the next wheat stalk that he's going to stick in his mouth. Yeah,
absolutely.
And listening to John Mayer.
And, you know, facts. And mind you, of course, everyone who's a Birkenstonian, they're called Birkenstans. Isn't that stupid? I Birkenstan with you.
I don't stand. I don't Birkenstan with you, and I don't stand. No. Nope. No.
Absolutely not. But,
no.
Oh, shut No. Well, one thing is, though, I want to know from you, how would you describe, in a nutshell, what fashion is going to be in, what is it in 2020? Tell me the whole thing. Give me the scope.
Well, God, fashion for 2020, in a nutshell for me, I mean, I just think, I really find it sad that the fashion turned out, other than Valentino, again, the show was amazing. And a lot of the fashion was great. There was just a lot of misses for me. And like you said with the Celine thing, I mean, she shot the photo shoot on a drone. I mean, there was a drone following all the models and taking the shots. I mean, I have to give it to him. It's really ingenious.
It is ingenious. And then also at the same time too, which I'm also loving, there's a designer named Sarah Battaglia. You know, she basically had to shoot all of her campaign and photos on a beach near her home with a friend who looks like a model, not a model at all.
Isn't, yeah.
And shooting it all from her own photography. She's not a photographer, you know? Right. And mind you, the photos came out cute, but at the same time, I mean, this is the new thing. Every designer across all the fields are shooting their own shit, you know? And I mean, hello, here we are. We're filming ours in Zoom. You know, you do what you have to do. You use what you have available. And
exactly. With all the quirks and all the frustrations and all the fuck-ups, you just have to work with it.
And luckily, we still look good doing it, don't we?
Still look amazing. Look amazing.
Well, I hope all of you out there look amazing.
I know you do. You follow us. Why wouldn't you?
Absolutely.
That was so bad. Anyway.
But it's true.
Anyway. Thank you again for tuning in. I hope you had a lot of fun this week. I know we did. This is a topic that we love talking about. We talk about it almost on the daily. So it was great to finally have an episode that was just purely dedicated to fashion. As always, subscribe. Subscribe to me, subscribe to him, subscribe to Mahalo, subscribe to it all. Just do it. Get the updates. Know when we're going to be premiering an episode. And stay stylish.
Bye. Style for style. Love, Richard.
The fuck is Richard?